I wanted to shoot a video really quick and cover a lot of different things possibly. Some of what I want to start out with is some stuff that indicates for sure that the Earth cannot be flat and the Earth does not spin. Um, Let me start with the Earth does not spin. If the Earth was spinning and that's what was causing day and night, was the Earth's rotation, then at night when the stars come out, anyone should be able to look at stars in the east, and within 12 hours they should all be setting on the west side of the Earth. But they don't. The stars are going to stay basically the same, and their rotation actually is totally wrong if you actually watch them over a whole lot of time. They don't have any type of a thing that would make any sense at all with a heliocentric point of view. So stars absolutely prove, I believe, that the Earth definitely is not spinning, and we're not going around the sun either. I've got other videos that deal with some of that. But I also wanted to deal with this whole flat Earth idea. The Earth is not flat. The part that you walk on, of course, it's reasonably flat. You build houses on what's reasonably flat, etc. But biblically, what we really need to look at is look at Genesis chapter 1 especially. The very first verse says, "In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth." So the earth is there from day one. It's interesting, though, because the earth is completely covered in water. There isn't a speck of land anywhere until day 3, when God says, "Let the dry land appear." And then the dry land is called earth. So this is for sure, I believe, a great proof that the earth can't be flat. You also have verses in the Bible that talk about things coming from the sides of the earth and things being destroyed that are on the earth and under the earth. If the earth was flat, why would you be worried about things under the earth and sides of the earth? If the earth was flat, that wouldn't make a lot of sense either. But I want to go to a different topic as well, and that's logic. Logic exists because God exists, and God is logical. Logic couldn't exist if God didn't exist. There'd be no reason why anything should make sense or should be logical in a random universe. So I would challenge anyone to watch the video, The Ultimate Proof of Creation by Jason Lyle, right here on YouTube. It's a great video, and it explains a little bit about logic. But it's interesting, because our public schools, they typically teach absolutely zero on logic. And what would the purpose of a school be if you're not going to school to learn how to logically think? The purpose of our public schools are to train kids, brainwash kids in the world religion of evolution, which is absolutely a ridiculous notion, and train them to be good little servants of their governments. And school should be about learning logic. Well, the Bible says the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. It's the beginning of knowledge. It's the beginning of understanding. So if you want anything to do with wisdom, knowledge, or understanding, that begins with the fear of God. We've removed God from schools because we don't want kids to learn anything about wisdom, knowledge, or understanding. We want them to be brainwashed little robots. But anyway, this is a bit of a rant video, and because I've just got so many different things that I've been thinking about that are crazy. Another thing that's insane is light years. Um, when you take some of the things I've already mentioned, light years become absurd as well. Now, I believe that we probably know the speed of light, and they say that I think it's 170 something thousand miles per second or something like that. Well, 1 light year, if you continue light with that speed, 1 light year is nearly 6 trillion miles. The Earth is less than 8,000 miles in diameter. There is no possible way that you could scientifically see, test, or demonstrate anything that could possibly indicate that a light year even exists. The deepest space probe we've sent has never reached 14 billion miles, according to NASA. And, NASA is involved in a lot of lies for sure, but they're also involved in some truth. I certainly believe in satellites and some things like that. I certainly believe we've been to space. But I do believe that it's a good thing for us to question and doubt and challenge everything that we think is true, because a lot of what we're being told to believe by all of our major media is a whole lot of nonsense. One of those being light years. If the deepest space probe we've ever sent has gone 14 billion miles, which it hasn't yet, even according to NASA. Not until about 2020 will it be 14 billion miles. But even if it had gone 14 billion miles, that's far less than 1 light day away from Earth. And we want to talk like scientists somehow know that things are millions or billions of light years away. I believe that's the height of stupidity and the height of absolute blind religious faith. So, anyway, I hope this video gives people some things to think about. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you hate the video, give it a thumbs down too. I'm not worried about votes. But share it with anyone if you would like to as well. And just thank you for your time.